Hello English 101. I want to show you how to make sure you can download certain sample essays that I've posted so that you can see my comments. I don't know if you can see my comments if you don't download them. That's a new feature in Cobra as well. It used to work better that you could download or you could see my comments. In this week's work, I've put a DGA C essay. I want to make sure you download that so you can see the comments, because the comments will help you on the draft for your rhetorical textual speech analysis. Two things I want to say really quickly. What I'm seeing in some drafts is a lot of summary, and summarizing the speech is okay. You can summarize the speech, not a problem. But make sure that you're also talking about how the speech is put together. So to download the text, you can see, you open this up and you just see that it's the C essay. But if you scroll down and you click download, okay, down here, download. You've got to scroll down, click download. It's going to save it to your laptop or your computer, wherever you are, and then it will be easier for you to open and see those comments. So we'll click on it once it's downloaded. See how now you can see the comments? If for some reason it opened and you couldn't see them, make sure you always click view, I think it's up here, review, show comments, okay? So you want to open it up so that you can see those comments. Make sure that you read all of these comments. I've written them for you guys as you are drafting your analysis. Notice it says most of the formatting correct, but there's no page numbers and there's no title. So you want to make sure you have page numbers and a title. Notice how it says it just starts off with the TED Talk, a DGA's TED Talk. Well, you've got to introduce an author first or a speaker first, and you've got to introduce what is a TED Talk. So make sure that's somewhere in your introduction as well. Even if you're opening with a personal story, you're going to want to wind up focusing down here to get to the thesis statement. And remember, your thesis statement should be something about why you're maybe agreeing with this particular speaker about his or her talk. You do still have to have a thesis, and the thesis is always the last sentence of the first paragraph of the introduction, at least in this class, in a 101, that's where it is. So notice that you've got to go through and really look at my comments, and I think that will help you revise as you're drafting this week, as you're drafting right now. Hopefully these comments will help you to see what kinds of things led this to be a C essay. Notice here especially, you don't need to say, I personally think that somebody is something, okay? You need to just analyze. Use analyzing language. Use the language from that video on rhetorical choices, on the rhetorical analysis video, looking at the choices that the author makes or the choices that the speaker makes. That's what you really want to focus on. Some of this is good, and helpful, but I want to really draw your attention to, there's one paragraph that I really want, this one, and it's on, see, I can't tell you what page it's on because this person doesn't have page numbers, but I think it's about the third page. So just scroll down to where you see what some of my comments are. I think everyone is guilty of having a single story about one nationality, culture, etc. at one point in life, and it's wrong. Anytime you see that little blue underline in Microsoft Word, that's why it's good to write in Microsoft Word, because it will more than likely find those things. That's because this should be IT''S. So there is dangers of having single stories, and it's that you don't really know what you think you do since you have such a single-minded assumption. Make sure when you're revising, you read aloud, you read aloud, you read aloud. Read your own work aloud as much as possible. That's going to help you in your revisions of your analysis, okay? So I just wanted to mostly draw your attention to, here are my comments, and the comments are designed for you guys, for the readers, for students who follow this. This was a good essay. It had some, it falls flat in some places. It has some incorrect so just make sure you always get your speaker's name right when you're typing. These are things you should be doing in the revising and editing process. When you're first writing, you want to just get ideas on the page, but then you've got to go back and look at those ideas and read them aloud. Look for comma errors. Make sure that sentences are complete. Make sure you've got page numbers and a title, all of those kinds of things. So I wanted to make sure you could see where the comments are in the margins that are designed for you as students. You have to download. Okay, so once again, you have to come over here. Sometimes it'll look like that. You have to come down here to the bottom of a sample essay that I've given you, and you've got to click over here, click download it, okay? And then open it, make sure you view the comments. Okay, I don't want to make a long video, and so just thought that that might help you as you're revising this week.